And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Play fake. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Jones. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get it.
Touchdown, Cardinals! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And it's a Packers touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Jones, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's Murray from midfield. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. But gutsy call there. He exits the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcus Golden coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running right, Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because, you know, it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. But it's another field goal. It's 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring them level now.
I like how you put that in there that brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
Just like that. Just like that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On play action. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon from 17 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offense?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Murray now on first down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 45 yards. And the Cardinals, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down at 4. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Touchdown! Chase Edmonds. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cards answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Rodgers to throw. He's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Murray to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Murray. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, they run with Edmonds. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing on first down is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And just shutting him off there. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Arizona. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
sliding out of the pocket. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. James Prochet to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And his pass incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And fights through one man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd and 1, Murray. Flush to his right. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 34 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
5 yards remain on second down.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cardinals 8. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Daniels on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now he's flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Play fake. Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk. 28 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. On first down, Edmonds. And some room to roam now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Murray now. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Edmonds. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Edmonds. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Now Jackson on first down.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They go play action now. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. To try again after the sack. Murray.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Murray now on first down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
On second down now, it's Edwards. And he'll get 4 here down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. To throw is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Daniels on the return, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Shotgun now from Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Adafe Owe, his 2nd sack of the night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson.